we're live. Hey everyone, and welcome to our eighth Microsoft NextGen Heroes session. This will be our. We will have an amazing two sessions this month, this amazing month of April, and I'm glad that we are starting the month with such an amazing topic. And as you can see from the first slide, our headline of the day is being a Microsoft MVP, passion and youth. So we have two amazing guests today with us. And those are Nicholas Olsen and Nicholas Stinner, both of them young MVPs and people who want to um, share their knowledge and
I think we have a slight network problem with Boyan.
Yeah, seems like, but maybe you can take
Yeah,
over.
sure. So, welcome to this event. I'll take over for Boyan. Basically, in today's session, we'll talk with two amazing and young MVPs. We'll walk you through the day in the life of an MVP. We'll get into the details and maybe we'll talk and make comparisons between MLSA, the MVP program, and what do we actually get from being MVPs and being student ambassadors, and how does this help us in the long run. So, Boyan, I think you're back, so
yeah.
lead the
Sorry
way.
for the network disconnection. It was unfortunate. Yeah. So basically, as Marco said, we have five special sections for you today, and now I would like us to take a quick introduction of ourselves. For those of you who are new to the program, and for those of you who are joining us for the first time, let me make a proper introduction first of myself, and then Marco will have his introduction too. So, hi everyone again. My name is Boyan Ivanovsky. I'm currently pursuing my software engineering degree at the University American College in Skopje, Macedonia. I'm also an active Microsoft Learn student ambassador. It's something new that happened last month, is that me and Marco got promoted to the highest rank of the program, and that is Microsoft Gold. So basically, very proud of that achievement, and I hope that in the future we'll contribute even more with a lot of more and interesting projects, events, sessions, and exciting panel discussions, just this one. Also, not to forget to mention some of my hobbies and some of the stuff that I love to do. Those are the DevOps environment, Azure, some interesting AI tools that I'm currently using. So basically, I'm taking all of my hobbies in that direction. Okay, so that was something short of me, and I would like to give the floor back to Marco so that he can make a proper introduction of himself.
Yes, thank you, Boyan. So, firstly, my name is Marko Atanasov, currently pursuing my degree in software engineering at Skopje, Macedonia. With the little experience I have in the IT world, I quickly found my love for DevOps and the tools that are being used in the everyday of a DevOps engineer. I would also like to mention that I love being part of MLSA and Microsoft Zero to Hero communities because I have made a lot of lasting friendships and have improved my professional life as well. So I would like to keep this short to keep the focus on the main part. But first, I will shortly tell you about Microsoft Learn. So if you haven't joined our community yet, you can join it on aka.ms join zero to hero, where we are part of the Microsoft Zero community, Zero to Hero Learning Room, where we are around 6,000 members. And it's a great chance for you to get involved and engage with the community. There are also other learning rooms that may fit you better, so you can see and browse all the learning rooms at aka.ms/learning rooms. And without further ado, let's get to know our two MVPs, the two Nicholases. So, yeah, welcome to this event, guys. Pleasure having you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So I will just make a quick introduction to myself. So actually, I'm used to be on the other side of the table, being one of the hosts of this event, but this time it's the opposite way around. So my name is Nicholas. I am a Microsoft Linux Student Ambassador, and I'm also newly awarded Microsoft MVP in the award category of Intune as well. And yeah, in in the in my daily life, I study as a data technician, specializing in infrastructure in Denmark, and also working as a consultant apprentice as well. And yeah, I blog about all around Intune on learnintune.net.
Super cool. Yeah, thanks for having me too. My name is Niklas Tinner. I'm from Switzerland and I've been a Microsoft MVP since last year in the award category Windows 365. For those who don't know that great product, it's basically a personalized streaming experience of Windows through the cloud. So that's some great technology and the next evolution of Windows. Super excited about that topic. And in fact, I started blogging about 5 years ago on oceanleaf.ch. I blog about Intune, Windows 365, some security topics, and all great tech stuff that comes up. So super excited to be here.
Wonderful, guys. Thank you for joining us for this event. So, also for the viewers, you can scan this QR code and ask us any questions, and we'll try our best to answer them directly. So, how are
Yeah.
you guys?
Yeah, I can start off. Yeah, so I'm pretty good. Always a little bit tired, but I'm pretty well. Loving the not so nice weather outside, but I mean I think Nicholas is somewhere a little bit more sunny. I think.
Yes, yes. In fact, I arrived back at home in Switzerland today. I was in vacation, but it was basically workation. That's life as an MVP and also as a consultant. So pretty busy times. Been quite hustling into a few customer projects, but it's super cool and also everything about community. Any project, I just love to be part of it, and that's super cool.
That's
Yeah, what about
wonderful.
you guys?
Well, for me, I would say a very busy day today. I did everything just to get on this amazing podcast that we have today with you guys. So I'm really proud of myself that I made it. Also, currently I'm also doing my capstone thesis for my bachelor's degree, which is a very really nice project that I'm doing with my mentor, which is also an Asia AI specialist in the Asia area. So really really a proud moment for me, and I hope that it will be an amazing project and that I'll be able to share with you very soon.
Wonderful. I also had a busy day, work, school, and everything that has been happening. So, I want us to start off, and I want to ask you some questions about your beginning, about where it all started for you guys. I- what inspired you to start contributing to the tech community? Maybe not even knowing that one day you'll become Microsoft MVPs.
Well, for me, it was just I was doing a project, an Intune project, in fact, and I tried to gather some information and to do some research about that technology because in 2020 there wasn't much of content in the internet. And so I found myself just looking for more information, and I thought, hey, now I worked on all that project, and I know some tips and tricks in the product, and know these features quite well. And then I decided, why not publishing it? It was also kind of a study guide for myself, but then I realized it helped other people, and then this whole community thing started to grow. So that was my start.
Wonderful.
And what about
Yeah,
you, Nicholas?
yeah. So I think it was kind of the same way I did it. I was not that great at Intune at that point, but I started blogging about some topics that I wanted to learn about, and then I deep dived into those topics and kind of tried to break it down so even I could understand it and hopefully others could understand it too.
Yeah.
But my journey also started in a Discord community as well, where we are a lot of passionate people around all kind of Microsoft technologies, primarily around EMS. So that's basically where my journey started. And then I also had the very nice opportunity to speak at events, but also attend events as well, where I've met Nicholas as an example as well. So it's all about getting out there and meet people as well. I think that was really what inspired me to start contributing to the community, to see the impact as well that you're doing.
So
Yeah,
basically,
I would
you
also like to add to you guys that the initiative from Microsoft to the experienced professionals like you guys to post blogs to teach the inexperienced people is really helpful because right now I'm learning a technology that isn't related to the Microsoft ecosystem and I'm having trouble finding these blogs and guides for inexperienced professionals. So this is wonderful that you guys have started like that. Boy, I'm sorry I
so
cut you off.
yeah, no problem. So I wanted to ask you, both of you, a very something that intrigues me. Was there someone who inspired you or mentored you on the path to becoming an MVP? Because, as we all know, the MVP program is not just a place that you can enter with no qualifications at all. So, who was that guy? Who was that persona that let you explore this world and got you on the train to be a Microsoft MVP?
Oh, should I start with that one? So I think, so I think basically a lot of people did inspire me to contribute to the community. One of them was Nicholas, of course, but also other people as well. I mean, the strong, I don't know, the strong friendship that you get with people from the community, and like the power that you feel when you are contributing to the community is really something unique as well. So I think there's not one specific person that did it, but there was a lot of different people that helped me on the journey as well, and inspired me a lot as well.
Yeah, same goes for me. The people that were already blogging when I was just starting and had no clue about Intune or anything Microsoft Cloud related. And there were like these guys from 2018, 17 or so blogging about the latest technology back then. And I was, of course, reading their blogs. So just to drop a few names here, Michael Niehaus is one of them, or Oliver Kieselbach. Really great folks, absolute Intune legends, I would say. And those people inspired me too, because I thought, hey, they're doing such a nice job for the community. They're helping me on my journey. They help me to achieve more and to do this project successfully. Why shouldn't I also contribute something back into that community? And ever since back then, I've also attended few events, primarily here in Switzerland, because we have this great workplace ninja community around the globe, but it's basically located here in Switzerland with the main summit. And it's just an event with like I think now there are up to 700 people attending it every year here in Switzerland. And basically the whole Intune family comes together, all of the MVPs. And it's just very nice to learn about the newest technology that Microsoft is releasing and exchange on that topics, and also to get together because some of those guys, you know them since 3, 4, 5 years. And as the other Nicholas also said, friendships will start from that.
So yeah, a question for Nicholas Tiner. You mentioned that you're an MVP in Microsoft 365, if I'm not mistaken. You also mentioned Intune. So while doing blogs and pursuing the Microsoft MVP, did you change your technology to specialize in? Did you have any, you know, thoughts about changing the things you're doing and learning?
Yeah, I think there was some kind of change into the technology direction I was facing in, because at one of these Workplace Ninjas events, I was confronted with Windows 365, which is my award category, and that was in 2023. And I immediately realized the potential that the whole product itself has. And then I decided, hey, I should blog about this. I should try each and every feature and make myself a name in that area, because this is going to be huge. We already see that with new products and features, Windows 365 Link, that physical device that directly connects it to your cloud PC. And I think that's just the beginning of the evolution of Windows. And that was really the time back then when things changed and moved into the Windows Cloud direction. But still, the whole product is in fact related to Intune. So that kind of is related with each other. So I can still be very active on the Intune side of things. And in fact, you can also be an MVP for multiple award categories. And my ambition is also still to get an Intune MVP and to be as cool as the other Niklas.
That's wonderful.
Yeah,
Nicholas, have you thought about learning about Microsoft 365, or is Intune cooler?
Oh, I mean, I mean, I would always say that Intune is cooler, but I mean, Windows 365 is indeed a really cool technology as well, as Niklas is saying, and yeah, there is a lot of similarities as well. So hopefully, Niklas will at some point be a dual MVP, perhaps, or perhaps doing more contributions in the Intune category. But yeah, I think yeah, I primarily love all the Microsoft technology I'm really close to. So I mean, yeah, it's hard to choose, but Intune is definitely my favorite. That's for sure.
So to say that, so there could be some, I would say, dilemma when you're starting your career in, to be an MVP, a dilemma of whether to choose one technology or another. So I know that basically it's not that easy to take yourself to only one technology and to limit yourself only on that part. So this, the question is for both of you: how do you decide which MVP category do you belong to? Because I noticed that many people have that problem to find their way in the MVP program, because they, for example, they're experts in several technologies and they do not know in which one to be an MVP.
Yeah, I think that's a good question. I think first of all, you have to have a passion for the technology or area that you work in. And I think as long as you have the passion, all of it will eventually you will eventually get there, because passion just yeah, it's just everything. I mean, if you don't have the passion, it's yeah, it's that's how it is.
So basically,
And I mean,
passion is everything for you.
yeah, and I mean, of course, you can have passion for yeah, many things or many areas, but I mean, if you have a passion for the technology, I mean, you are yeah,
Yeah, I agree
the
with
things
that.
will eventually be there. Yeah.
And Nicholas, what do you think about this?
I completely agree. So passion is number one here. But maybe some views or opinions from the more strategic side of things. If you want to get an MVP in a specific award category, and you have passion for that particular product or feature or that area, also think about or have a look in the internet. Is there already a lot of content out there? How can you really improve the community? Because if you're looking into a new technology area and there's nothing no good content is out there, and you just think like, hey, now this is my time, I know the product, I'm an expert on it, I should do, or I should be the person who's writing about it, then go for it. And Microsoft will also very fast, I think, recognize you, because they just love community and they know how important it is, and people will get their attention on you, and eventually you can get an MVP.
Yeah,
That's
makes
wonderful.
sense, definitely.
I think one also important point to make is that you shouldn't do it because you want to be an MVP. You should do it because you have a passion for the things that you're doing. I think that's really important to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally agree with that.
Yeah, exactly. So you guys say that you have to have a passion for being an MVP, but how does this look in practice once you become an MVP? Are you guys constantly writing blog posts, creating videos, helping in forums, or is there more to it? I believe that there is much more. So can you tell us about that?
For me personally, I try to diversify my portfolio. So I, of course, have my blog, and I want to release a blog post every month at least. And I'm also doing YouTube videos, and I'm speaking on events, and that's like the main three content areas I contribute to. But I would say there's lots of things out there. For example, the amazing Discord community that we have. There's also podcasts around. There are other formats, and you can also mentor other people. That's all community contribution, and Microsoft recognizes all of them. Also, I mean, there are MVPs which are not really known to the public because they don't really push a lot of content or promote a lot of content of theirs or Microsoft. But behind the scenes, they are very active with Microsoft's engineering teams, and they're providing direct product feedback. So even if you don't like to be in the public or to write your own blog post, you can still be an MVP by just making Microsoft smarter and working with Microsoft directly behind the scenes to make those products greater.
Yeah, and for me, I'm also doing different things. I'm not only blogging, but I'm also doing Microsoft NextGen Heroes as we're doing here. I'm doing podcast as well, and doing some contributions inside Discord as well. Yeah, and yeah, I think I'm trying to do whatever makes sense for me, and whatever comes up. I think I was a part of a reactor session last year as well. Was an opportunity that we got as well. So I mean, it's all about what's interesting, and I think that's
And basically, both of you mentioned that you're doing videos, podcasts, you're active in communities. So my question is, how much time does this take from your daily routines, and how do you decide what kind of content or initiatives to create for the community?
Oh, that's a great question. I cannot tell how many hours or how much time I use on a
Average.
daily basis,
Yeah.
but I mean, I get all my ideas from helping out in the community, that I work with the product. It's a lot of different things that I get ideas for blog posts as an example. But yeah, I think if I started counted how many hours I've been using in the community, I think I shouldn't tell my family. I don't think so. But but yeah, what about you, Niklas?
Yeah, it's hard to place or to find a number for that. But what was quite special for me is when I started writing blog posts, I really took myself like weeks and I was like hours and hours and hours writing on a blog post and also being a bit afraid to publish something. But nowadays I know the structure, I know how to write a blog post. I'm super fast with gathering all that information. So this is also something that develops over time. So don't be afraid to publish content or to find your way into that whole community thing. Just be curious about it, and there's always development. I mean, nobody's perfect, and it's just that you help the community and that you can also grow by yourself. So that's the main ambition that should be. But maybe one other thing to mention here is that I personally follow two strategies. One is the product driven and project driven strategy, which is whenever I make I do a project with a customer and there comes some special situation or occasion up, for some challenges. I often write a blog post out of this situation or about that story. And the other strategy is more Microsoft related. So whenever there is a new event like Ignite or Technical Takeoff, I I literally look every single session, but on twice speed, that must be said. And I
Yeah.
try to find a way, or I try to summarize the content so that everyone with less time can also understand and get the news from it. So these are basically my two content strategies across all platforms.
That this sounds wonderful, and really helpful also. But these are some small ways that you can impact the community a lot. But have you guys collaborated with other MVPs, maybe more experienced people in the Microsoft ecosystem for larger scale projects, large scale events?
Yeah. You know what I love about the community most is the network thing, because I have my own company with Ocean Leaf, so I do consulting projects by myself, and I have no one to ask. And every time I have a situation or a problem with a customer or a technical situation, I know that there is like a super intelligent people out there in the community which know the product 10 times better than I do, and I know who these people are, and they're just one Signal message or LinkedIn message or X message away to contact them, and they're all very friendly and helpful. So whenever there is a situation that I can come on with the project, I know I can contact other experts in the MEP area.
Wonderful.
I
Yeah,
guess
How
and
about
same
you,
also for
Nicholas?
for Nicholas.
yeah, and also for me as well, the network is really a big thing. But I mean, it again, the best thing, or close to be the best thing, is also that age doesn't really matter here, because even though Nicholas and me, we are only, I think, 21, 22 years old, about that, and it doesn't matter if we are young, people will still do events with us, do blog posts with us, or you know, do anything. And the questions that we ask is not something that get looked bad upon. So it's really nice to be a part of something that where age doesn't matter, and everyone is equal as well. It's really great. And yeah, me and Nicholas has done something. I've done something with other MVPs as well. So yeah, I mean, it's really just all about friendships and really great network as well.
Yeah, I totally agree with both of you, and I think that that's the heart of the community. That's the essence of being a part of some community, especially here in our Microsoft communities. For example, I'll take our Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador community and also Microsoft Zero to Hero, which are communities that are very diverse. That we see people from different backgrounds, from different nationalities, all working together on a single project, and that's something amazing. We connect through technology and we make progress through technology, which I think it's something amazing. And basically, for as being a part of community, you do everything voluntarily, so nobody pushes you, nobody gives you deadlines. You decide whenever you would like to work and what you want to work. So my question here is, has the MVP program as a community made you a better person and made you a lot of lasting friendships and connections all around the world?
Yeah, so I mean, I think we said it a couple of times before, but I think yeah, it's really about friendships and networking as well. I think I'm really surprised how many friends that I've met online, and then whenever you are attending events, it could be the Web Business Summit in Switzerland, but it could also be another event. I mean, then people will just say hello to you, and yeah, spend time together. And yeah, I think that's what I've been most happy about in the community as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Like people from all around the globe, like you said, no matter what the background is, you have the equal passion, you have equal challenges, and you can share everything. So that's quite cool, and that also gives different perspectives on life, because maybe you're really straightforward looking into your projects or into your issues or challenges that you have, and if you know that people are having the same issues or do have the same passion for a thing, it's also very cool to share and also to grow together. And that friendship part is a big thing. I'm always super excited when all the Intune MVP community comes together here in Switzerland. That's quite cool also to show them the country and also to learn about different cultural aspects. That's very interesting besides the technology.
Yes, this sounds wonderful. So me and Boyan are freshly Gold Student ambassadors, and our next step is probably the MVP program. So we want to start, but we don't know where to start. So for people like us, similar to us, what is your guys' advice to start? What is the best way to approach it?
Maybe Nicholas, you come from that direction. I became an MVP director.
I
Yeah,
mean, I, I mean, of course, the student ambassador program has helped me, but again, it all starts from your passion for your technology, and I think that's what matters the most. But I think in our cases from the student ambassador program, it will also give you a network and some opportunities as well. So I think the best advice is to do what you're passionate about, and of course make use of your network and opportunities that you already have in the student ambassador program as well.
yeah. You know,
How
there's
about
one thing. If you want to get a student ambassador, probably two, but especially also an MVP, you need to be visible in the whole community and also visible for Microsoft. So Microsoft should know that you are making a significant improvement to the community or contribution to the community. And once Microsoft sees that there are product leaders and experts and engineers and product managers, they will certainly also come back to you, and they see your progress and they are also super hyped about it. And eventually they will also promote you and make your whole journey a bit easier or get you within their programs.
Yeah, so another interesting aspect is when you get in to the MVP program. So, do you feel that that MVP award has some weight, and does that make people perceive your work in the industry better and a lot more valuable than before?
I would say definitely yes, because it's quite special to be an MVP, to be honest. I think in Switzerland, we only have about 50 MVPs at the moment. And whenever I can tell someone I have a special award from Microsoft, which only 50 people in the country have, they're like super amazed. And it's just an attestation to your passion and to your work that you put into it. And also people from the community are much more likely to approach you because they see, that guy is an MVP, he probably knows what he's writing or speaking about, so why not asking him. And it's also, you know, it's also a bit of an obligation to be an MVP, because you need to be helpful to people, or you should be approachable for people. That's what I wanted to say. So whenever there is something from the community, you should really try also to help other peoples, because that's essentially it, to be an MVP or student ambassador, to help them continue to move their journey and story in the whole technology area.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think I will add any more else. I think that's pretty much. I think that's pretty much, yeah, pretty well
But,
said.
but
interesting
you
when I
ask if the MVP award has a weight, and I can confirm it's
yeah,
quite heavy. Yeah.
yeah, basically that was what I was gonna say. That award not only brings, that statue, but it also brings valuable insight as to who you really are. And basically, as I heard from Microsoft experts and also MVPs, the MVP title just signs your contract on if you apply to to different companies and for work. So it basically does everything for you.
Not everything, but very much. It's a yeah, it's a trophy in the end, but I can say never ever underestimate the network and never ever underestimate the value of the MVP program, because it's not just a trophy and a badge on some website. When you're an MVP, you have that direct access to all the Microsoft engineers, and they really respect you and they listen to your feedback that you give to the products. So in the whole MVP program, you get quite a lot of information, also some NDA content around that. And that's super helpful, because then you know in which direction is the product heading to, and you can also influence that direction. For example, if Microsoft wanted to release a new feature for something and all the MVPs would say, that's super stupid, don't do that, I'm super sure Microsoft would highly, or they would consider releasing that feature, because they really respect that MVP feedback.
Definitely, I totally agree with this, because I think that the MVP award is really something amazing, and as you said, a small number of people in each of the countries have it, like especially in Europe. Maybe in other continents like Americas or Asia, there are more people with the MVP title, but here in Europe, I see a deficit of MVPs. I think you would agree with me.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, especially in the eastern part of Europe, I would say. So there's quite a potential to all the people around that area. So keep pushing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're trying. So
Okay, so
yeah, those were the questions from us.
Yeah.
So let's see some of the questions our viewers asked. So Mahadi asked, guys, did you participate in an exam to become an MVP, or is there a different method to for qualifying and meeting the criteria? So I'll let it to you guys to explain the basics of becoming an MVP.
Yeah, so it's not an exam like a certification that you participate in. It's you do some contributions. It could be blogging, it could be public speaking, it could be a lot of things. And then at some point, someone will notice you, and then they will, or could be that they will nominate you as well. And then that's how it works really quickly. I think. I don't know if you want to add
Yeah,
something, Niklas.
it's a program, so you need to do renewals every year, and it always counts what you did in the last 12 months. So how many blog posts did you write? How was the quality of them? How many videos? How many public speakings? And so on. And Microsoft does check that contributions every year, and they decide if you can stay in that program or not, to keep that high quality of MEPs globally.
We also have another question from Rajanan. He asks if he says that I quote, I see a lot of MVPs are there for the data platform. I would like to share my learning on Microsoft data and cloud projects. If I want to become an MVP, what should I be doing?
I think whatever you like in content form, maybe if you like writing, you could start your own blog. For example, I use Ghost for that, Ghost blog. It's quite easy to set up and to run. It's pretty cheap, I think, too. And then just publish your ideas, your concepts, your plans, your documentation, whatever you like. But maybe you also prefer to speak, then have a look out which local events or also international events are out there, to maybe do a speaking session about something. Maybe you like a video, or you go to your former school or make a presentation there. So it's really, the community is open. And if you're unsure what to do, connect with other peers, connect with other MVPs, and ask them what they did to become an MVP or how they can improve the community. And maybe you can also do some cooperation with them. That's also a possibility.
Yeah, I think a good way to do it is like start a blog and then
Yeah.
I think create your own documentation, and then whenever you feel comfortable sharing your blogs, you should start doing that. But I mean, start building your own documentation, and then yeah, I'm pretty sure at least one person will get use of your documentation as well. So I think that's always the way that I think is that if just one person would benefit from the content that I create, it's just yeah, it's a great start.
Okay, wonderful. Mahadi with another question asks, how many categories are available for MVP? For example, do we have an MVP category for high performance computing? How can we find the list of categories, guys?
Oh, that's a great question. I don't know how many categories in total there are, but you can find it on the MVP website. I think it's mvp.microsoft.com, and then you can see all the categories. And it's also the same website that are being used for the student ambassador program as well.
Yes, absolutely. And then you can filter for the categories you're looking for. And then you can also filter by the location, so by the country. And by that, you can find your local MVPs in that specific award category. And there's really a lot of categories. So quite interesting. And remember that as like the main category. And there are like certain award categories. For example, I'm an MVP in the category Windows and devices, but my specific technology area is Windows 365. So there is quite a lot of possibilities.
Yeah, I just shared the link from the MVP site, so people, if people want, they can just visit this site, and there's all the related info about the categories and also how they can become an MVP one day. Okay, so let's go on with the questions. We have a question from Shandan. How to nominate myself for an MVP? Working in Asia for last 8 years exhaustively.
So as the other Niklas said, you need to be nominated from either a Microsoft full-time employee or from another Microsoft MVP, which currently has that title. So if you've been working quite hard and have a lot of contributions to show off, then maybe it's now the right time to contact another MVP and to get in touch with them. Maybe first also ask if what he thinks about your journey, if you could get an MVP, and if he thinks yeah, you have potential, he can eventually also nominate you. And you can also do that with multiple persons, so you don't need to rely to just one single person. And the second option, as I said, would be to get in contact with Microsoft people. Please not just directly write to them on LinkedIn or anything else. It's better maybe to connect with them in person on an event, and then maybe you get to talk about a feature, you can give a bit of feedback, and then then they eventually ask you if you're already an MVP or do you have aspirations to become one. And this is how that whole journey can evolve.
Yeah, exactly. The main thing for the Microsoft MVPs is that they are sharing the advanced knowledge they have. They're sharing it proactively and as much as they can. And that way, the MVP title comes really much more easier. So, do we have another questions? So,
Yeah.
Mahadi again, do we have a specific learning room for Microsoft community for young MVPs?
So I can quickly
Uh,
answer that. I think Microsoft NextGen Heroes is a perfect place for that. So so join us in the Microsoft Zero to Hero Learning Room on Teams. As
yeah, we
Marco
already have
explained.
one MVP.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then join the Teams chat. I think if Marco or Boyan can share the link to join the learning room, then
Yeah,
you
sure.
can for sure join the learning room.
Yeah, Alexander. So, hi, Nicholas. spoke with you last year on a modern workspace conference in Paris. Question: do I need to find the MVP in Netherlands to ask for nomination, or can I ask one MVP from Switzerland?
I think it's really up to you. Whatever you like, or whoever you already know, you can also contact me, so we can work on that, or I can see what you're currently contributing. But you're really up there. You can ask any person, anyone who's currently an MVP can nominate you. Just one single tip here: try to find the MVPs that are already in the category you want to get an MVP. So if you want to become a Intune MVP, ask another currently working Intune MVP to nominate you. That will significantly improve your chances.
Yeah, that's a great example for meeting people in person, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And those are like the events. Maybe just to name someone here, as said, Workplace Ninjas. There's like global user groups in many countries. You can also find them when searching in the web. There's like MMS, which is mainly focused in America, so in the United States of America. MMS, quite cool. Never been there, but I try to submit sessions there. And we have a lot of others like the MEM Summit, the Modern Endpoint Management Summit, which is taking place in Paris this year. So, and those were just a few. There are lots more in the northern countries. Find out whatever there is in the community. Just be active on LinkedIn and in the communities, and then you will eventually see promotions for all the great events near to you. And of course, there are also online events, so you can connect with the people on there. And I think most of the MVPs are quite open. If you approach them directly via direct message and ask a question to them, or maybe you can also ask some people if they want to contribute something together or make a cooperation. That's also a possibility.
Yeah, I would like to agree with both of you, and I would like to add that for all the people that want to join a community and then afterwards to become an MVP, or also if they're students to become a Microsoft Learn student ambassador, or just join the Microsoft community for your own benefit, I would like for all of you to say to be active, to be there in those communities, and to share your knowledge, experience with other people, with your peers, friends, maybe some people that some new people that you will meet in the community. So that's, I think, as we said before in the panel discussion, that's the core and that's the heart of the community. So be active, and you'll definitely be seen from many experts in the IT industry. So I think that were all the questions that we have for you guys. I would like to give you a virtual applause because we are not in an in-person session, but really it was an amazing session. I really enjoyed the time to talk to you, and I really enjoyed all your experiences and everything that you have shared with our community at the Microsoft NextGen Heroes and also at the Microsoft Zero to Hero. I would also give the floor to Marco so that he can add some last words before we go on and we see the next session for this month.
Yeah, first of all, thank you to the audience for this much engagement, for asking questions to our MVPs. And then next up, thank you guys for being our MVPs for today. It was a pleasure having you. And hopefully one day we'll meet in person and have a great chat.
Thank
Would you
you
like
very
to
much.
say some last words to the public?
Yeah, thank you very much for having us. I think I would be here anyway if I had to be the host, but yeah, thank you for the invitation.
Yeah, also thank you very much from my side. And as the other Niklas said, to round it up, passion is everything.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
I think
Okay, so
passion is the magic word, right?
yeah, definitely. Okay, so don't leave the meeting. There is also some interesting information coming up for all of you. So the next session we decided to be on the 24th of April. So this month we'll have two amazing sessions, and guess what? Both of them will be with MVPs. So our next guest is Martin Dimovsky, which is also an MVP, a Microsoft MVP, and he's an MVP in the DevOps world. So for all of you DevOps enthusiasts, all of you DevSec enthusiasts, this will be an amazing session in which Martin will show you how you can build strong defenses for cybersecurity using DevSecOps. So put this session in your calendars, and we expect you on the 24th of April here again at the Microsoft NextGen Heroes community. After the session, I'll quickly share a post on LinkedIn in which we can register, and also we'll have another round of Q&A with Martin so that you can ask your questions and get your desired answers. So basically that was all for today. Thank you all for this amazing engagement, and see you on the 24th of April. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.